In this video, I will show you the simple tricks on how to model your partial wall load on this software Prota 2025. No more going to calculate your partial wall load length. For example, if you have a length of beam that is of this length from here all the way down here, but you don't want to insert wall load within this area. You just want only your wall load to be inserted just within this region here. And before this time, we normally go to the wall load editor and then pick on the partial wall load, and then we can now begin to do what? Begin to now calculate the length and the width where the block wall load is to be inserted. In this video, this will be very fast and very simple, and you can use this method to model any kind of partial wall load at any length of beam or at any portion. Okay, let's now head on now to now go and model for this partial wall load. Okay, that is fine. Now I will then head on back now to my plan view, and then I'll go to the story. This is story 2 actually in this case. So I'll go to story 2 here, and then this is the level where we want to model the wall load. Now before you can model this wall load, assuming that you have already modeled all other wall load, or you have already inserted all other wall load on a beam, but you now want to just model this wall alone within this area and not on this area of beam, okay? And you have already looked at that. Okay, this is a straight of beam, all right? But all I want is to model my wall load within this place to this place, and not to include this particular area here for that beam. And if you use a normal wall load insertion, that will give you an issue. Okay, so what you do now is to now come now and then use a partial wall load method, which basically that is the older method of doing that. Okay, that's fine, but there's a simpler trick of doing that. So what I'll do now, I'll come to the any wall load I've already had here. For example, I want to have this same height of wall load but on this side, so I'll come now and then copy here, click on this one, right click here, and then say copy wall load normal, which you already know. Okay, that's fine. Now once you have copied that, now before you can now come and don't come and paste it here, now what you do now, right click here, all right? So what you do then, click on the beam you want to insert that partial wall load. When you click on it, right click, and then you will see this option here, insert wall by dragging. Okay, or yeah, by dragging. I'll just quickly turn this right now for me to see the both insertion point. Okay, that is fine. So since I've seen this and then zoom this up like this, okay, that's fine. So once I've done this now, I'll then right click, I'll see this option insert wall by dragging. I'll click on this, and then they will ask me to click. I'll say, okay, I want to start from this point up to this point here, and then that is it. You just have your wall load now being at that point. Okay, as you can see right. So you can see that we have just added what our wall load there. Can you see that? Very simple and very fast, without any calculation of what any length. Okay, because before this time we would have gone here, click on this one, right click here, and then go here that says edit wall, edit load, and then move on to the editor, and then click on this partial wall load here, and then begin to now calculate this your distance, and that's a very long process. Okay, but you can see that on that method we didn't use any of these options that we have here. This one takes time a lot. Okay, that is fine, so just ignore that and then use this simpler option. Let me just recap again by using, let me assume that I want to insert on this straight of beam now, on this length of beam here, I want to insert my like my wall load within this region here. Let me say from here all the way down to this point here. Okay, I want to stop my wall load here, and knowing that I have a full length of wall, okay, sorry, a full length of beam which I have here, and I don't want this wall to like be on all these beams. Okay, just the halfway of the beam, and stop directly at this point here. Let me say at this point here, I want the wall load to like stop here. Okay, so instead of me going to go to my wall load editor, and then by clicking this beam here and then saying edit load, that's a long process. Since I've already copied my wall, okay, I'll just come back now and copy any of the wall here. Let me copy this one now. Copy this one right now. Copy this wall load here, and I'll say yes, copy the load. Now once I've copied that, now I'll just keep this again. Correct. Now I want the wall to insert only from here to here, even if this is straight of beam. I will then come now and then click on the beam here, Okay, I'll then right click and I'll see this option here, insert wall by dragging. I'll then click on this and I'll zoom in here a lot, zoom in this place. Okay, that's fine. Click here and then I want it to end on this grid line here. And I'll click on the next place where I want it to end. I'll click here and you just see your wall just appear there at once. No calculation needed, just to offset where you want your wall to stop. Okay, that's fine. Now you can see that we have now added the wall load at a point where I want to add the wall load. So this is now a partial wall load because it is just on a halfway of the beam and not at the full length of the beam. Now if I now head on back to my plan view too, you can also do that on your plan view. So you can work it on either on your ground floor, either on your plan view or on your 3D model. Okay, that's fine. Now, on this same 2D now, you can see do the same thing. For example, I want this beam now to have wall load, okay? Because you can see that the ones that have wall load is darker compared to the one that don't have, this one that doesn't have a wall load. So I want this not to have a wall load from the column here all the way down to this grid line here. Okay, that is fine. Let me take off this stuff here first. That's fine. So once I do that now, next thing I'll do, let me say, okay, I already have a wall load on this particular beam here. I will click on this beam and copy the wall load which I want to insert on this new place. Once I've copied, I'll say okay with that. I will then come here. I want this wall load to be from this column down to this grid line here. Okay, that's halfway of this particular beam which you're seeing here. So I'll then come now, click on this beam I want to insert the partial wall load, right click here, and I'll come now and then use this option, insert wall by dragging. I'll then come here, click on this, I'll then click on the point from the beginning point of the partial wall load and then to the point where I want to end my particular wall here, which is this point, and you see your wall just appear. Boom. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. So in this case now, you can see that this this beam now is beam of 150, but the wall is 2225. So I can now click on this beam, right click here, and then go to edit here, edit, and then come here, click on the wall load now, and then change the wall thickness to 150, and I'll click on what update, and I'll click on what okay, and then automatically it will adjust the width of the wall block wall to fit with the beam, which you can see right now. If I now go to our 3D view now, this is this beam we are 3D model, and then you will see that we now have a 150 wall load, partial wall load on that particular card. Correct, this is it. So this is how to model your partial wall load on a beam. Okay, it's very fast, very easy, no long calculation needed, and everything is nice. For example, also I want to model a wall load beginning from, let me say, from here to here, and this small place now is meant to be an entrance, let me say a door or something, and I don't want to door, just an opening. I can still come here right now, and this is 150 wall, right? Let me see, correct? So I'll come now and copy this one that I've already done to 150 here. Come here and then copy this wall load. I'll say yes, copy, and then I'll then come now, click on the beam, this beam here, and I'll come now, right click here, and I'll say edit, insert by what, by dragging. I'll then come here, I'll click on this from this point end point here, and again move all the way down to where I want to extend it here, which is here. Okay, and then you will see your wall load just appear at that point. You can see there is no this needed. You don't have to do what, calculate, subtract, and that this is the easiest way to insert your wall load. So this is part of the tricks I use when I'm modeling a very massive structure that will take time. I just use some simple tricks which I'll be showing you guys, simple tricks on how to model very fast using this software. Thank you, and that is fine. See you on my next video. Note that we are flagging off Ekidel oil and gas in the next few weeks, so which I will like do a video to explain all the procedures on how to engage on that. That's a very nice one if every engineer engage in oil and gas. To get any of our materials, you can check on our Ekidel store link, which is directly on this video description, and then you can get all the materials and the design tools that we use in Ekidel engineering to perform our designs of structures, following from the software, Stonebridge, KCSoft, any other design softwares that you have watched on our videos here. Okay, that's fine. See you, and then bye for now.